Hello friends, today we will do chapter number 1 of economics, the story of village Palampur. Introduction. Near to a big village, Raiganj. Raiganj is 3 kilometers from Palampur. Near to the small town of Shahapur. Has about 450 families, 80 upper caste families. Dalits comprise one-third of the population. Houses have electric connections. Has 2 primary school and 1 high school. Primary health center and 1 private dispensary. Organization of production. The aim of production is to produce the goods and service that we want. Land, labor, capital, humans. Capital, fixed and working. First requirement. Land and other natural resources such as water, forests and minerals. Second requirement. Labor. The people who will do the work. Third requirement. Physical capital. The variety of inputs required at every stage during production. It is of 2 types. Fixed capital. Tools, machinery, building that can be used in production over many years and are called fixed capital. Working capital. Raw materials and money in hand are called working capital. Fourth requirement. Human themselves. Farming in Palampur. First, land is fixed. Farming is the main production activity in Palampur. 75% of the people who are working are independent or dependent on farming for their livelihood. Since 1960 in Palampur, there has been no expansion under cultivation. Some of the wastelands in the village had been converted to cultivatable land. The standard unit of measuring land is hectare. 1 hectare equals to the area of a square with one side measuring 100 hectares. Second, is there a way one can grow more from the same land? In Palampur during the rainy season Kharif, farmers grow jowar and bajra. In winter season Rabi, fields are sown with wheat. The question here arises is why farmers of Palampur are able to grow 3 different crops in a year. The answer is due to well-developed system of irrigation. Electricity came earlier to Palampur and Persian wheels were used by farmers to draw water from the wells and irrigate small fields. To grow more than 1 crop on a piece of land during the year is known as multiple cropping. Yield is measured as crop produced on a given piece of land during the same season. Difference between traditional and modern farming. Traditional. The seeds used in cultivation were traditional ones with relatively low yields. Seeds needed less irrigation. Farmers used cow dung and other manure as fertilizers. Modern farming. Farmers of Punjab, Haryana, West Uttar Pradesh were the first to try out the modern farming methods in India. Farmers in these regions set up tube wells for irrigation. Modern farming machinery like thresher, harvester, tractor, etc. In Palampur, the yield of wheat grown from the traditional varieties was 1300 kg per hectare. With HYV, high-yielding variety seeds, the yield went up to 3200 kg per hectare. Third, will the land sustain? Demerits of Green Revolution. Loss of soil fertility due to increased use of chemical fertilizers. Continuous use of groundwater for tube well irrigation has led to the depletion of water table. Environmental resources like soil fertility and groundwater are built up over years. Once destroyed, it is very difficult to restore them. Overuse of chemical and fertilizers. The consumption of chemical and fertilizers in Punjab is highest in the country. How is land distributed between the farmers of Palampur? One third of 450 families are landless. More Dalits have no land for cultivation. 240 families cultivate small plot of land less than 2 hectares in size. There are 60 families of medium and large farmers who cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. A few of the large farmers have land extending over 10 hectares. Who will provide the labor? After land, labor is next necessary factor for production. Small farmers along with their families cultivate their own fields. Medium and large farmers hire farm laborers to work on their fields. The laborers are paid wages by the farmers for whom they work.